Welcome back. Now in this video we will create a bottom navigation bar right down in here. So for that, first we will go right to lib, and in here right click, create a new directory and name this as a widgets. Now right in this directory, in this folder, we will create a new .file and we will name this as a bottom underscore navigation and bar. You guys can see the name right in here. It must be like that in a small alphabets with an underscore instead of space, so that's fine. Now right in there you will have a stateless widget, so write st. There we go. We're gonna name this as a bottom navigation bar for app. Now simply remove that key, we don't need this, and click on this stateless widget and import the library material.dart. So that's fine right in here. Now one more thing, we are about to use the curved navigation bar. First let me show you that. Right in the postback.yaml we have already added the curved navigation bar dependencies, so you guys can see that right in here. Now simply close that postback.yaml and back to the bottom navigation bar. Right in here we will remove that container and we will say curved navigation bar. There we go with the suggestion. So this is going to take the items, we will remove that for now, that property, and we will edit just in a while. Now take this down, we will say items, and right in the items first we will set the icons. So in here we will say icon, and in there icons dot. First one we will create it for a job screen, so the icon for the job screen will be list. There we go. And now we're gonna set the size gonna be 19, and we will set the color. So in here colors dot black. That's fine right in here at the end comma. So I will show you the result at a real time. First right in here we will create a integer type index number, and we will give the value 0. That's fine right in here. Now right in here we will set the index to the index num that we just created. Now right down below in here it's going to take the on tap event, as you guys can see right in here. Okay, this is going to take the index, we will pass it right in here. So right in the on tap event, what we will do, we will simply say if the index equals to 0, then on that index number what we will do, we will simply navigate the user and push it to the job screen. So in here we will say navigation dot push replacement. It's going to take the context. Now we will provide the root. The root going to be the material page root, as you guys know already. So in here set the path. Now in here we will say job screen. There we go. Right at end, add the semicolon. So now in here add the const modifier, so the yellow line will be gone down, as you guys can see. So first right in the curved navigation bar we set the icon right in the items, and that icon is list. As I told you before, it was for a job screen. And then we set the index number, okay, as we initialize right in here. So that list will be on the 0th index. So that's why right in here, right in the OnTap event, we pass the index. Okay, and in here we just check the index. If index is equal to 0 on the 0th index, simply what we will do, we will push the user to the job screen. I hope you can get the idea now. So one more thing, we will go towards the job screen right in here, and right in the scaffold we will say bottom navigation bar, as you guys can see right in here. Now in there, bottom navigation bar for app. So we didn't see this occasion, we will just write it, navigation bar for app. There we go, that one. Okay, bottom navigation bar for app. So just don't get confused in that. And then what we will do, we will pass upon the index now in here. So let me check that error right in the bottom navigation bar. It didn't take the index now. In here, as you guys can see, we just initialize the index num, but we didn't create the constructor for that. So because of that, it didn't take the index num. So in here what we will say bottom navigation bar for app, and right in there what we will say required, and then we'll say this dot index now. And now if we go back to the job screen, you guys will notice that the error will be gone. So let's go towards the job screen now, and there we go. As you guys can see right in here, the error has been gone already. And now we will simply go back to the bottom navigation bar, and right in the curve navigation, what we will do, we will simply set the color, background color, and all of the properties for that curve navigation bar that we are about to show right down in here. So first we will set the color, and we will go with the deep orange, the shade 400. Okay, now we will set the background color for that navigation bar. Okay, so in here we will say colors, and we will set it to blue accent, and also we will set the background color for the button. There we go. So in here we will say colors dot, let's go with the deep orange but with the shade 300. Now we will set the height for that curve navigation bar. We will set it to 50. All good. Now if you guys didn't hot reload the app, just simply first do that. Okay, and then if you press the Ctrl S, you guys will notice the output. So I have already hot reloaded the app. Now I will simply press the Ctrl S and you guys will notice the output. So let's go and do that. Ctrl S. There we go, with the curve navigation bar right in here, right at bottom. Okay, and there we go with the list icon, as you guys can see right in here. Okay, with a black color. So our size is 19. I think that's fine. And you guys can notice the color, deep orange with the shade 400. There we go. Okay, and also the background color with the blue accent. There we go. And also the background color for a button with a deep orange shade 300. There we go, right in the center. And the height is 50. If you guys want to increase the height, just simply do it right in here. So as you guys know already, right on the 0th index, we simply navigate the user to the job screen, and you guys can see that right in here, job screen, and there we go. Now we will create another screen. Okay, it will be simply for the search companies. There will be all the worker. So for that, first right in the lib we will create a new directory and we can name this as a search. That's fine. Now right in there, let's create a new dot file and it will be simply search underscore companies. Okay, that's fine. In there we will have a stateful widget, so write st and there go the stateful. Let's name this as a all worker. As I tell you, it's going to be simply for the search companies and there will be all the workers. Okay, so we can name this as a all workers screen. Now simply remove that const key and let's import the library material.dart. For now, in here what we will do, we will just add the app bar and there will be a title so that you guys know that we are on the all worker screens. Okay, so first let me go towards the job screen. As you guys can see right in here, from here we will copy that decoration. Okay, so for time saving we will do that, copy it and go back to the search companies dot right in here in the container, paste it. Okay, now let's go back to the job screen again and we're going to copy that from here, copy it and go back to the search companies dot and right in here we will say child and let's have a scaffold widget right in here. Okay, and right in the scaffold paste it. Now if you guys go back to the job screen, also from here we will copy that whole app bar from here. Okay, from here to here, just don't get confused in that. Copy it and go back to the search companies dot as you guys can see right in here. So right down below, paste it. Now we will change this title to the all workers screen because it's a all worker screens right in the search companies dot and you guys can see that. So we have already added the decoration in which there is a mixture of two color, as you guys can see right in here. Okay, we set that, and also for the app bar we add this decoration in which there is a mixture of two color with the deep orange and a blue accent, and this is simply for the all worker screens. You guys will notice that in a while whenever we will done with that. So there is the all worker screen. Now let's go back to the bottom navigation bar dot and for the all worker screen what we will do, we will add the icon right in here. Okay, so right down in there we will say icons dot, you will go with the search and let's set the size, it's gonna be 19 again, and also we will set the colors gonna be, set the spelling right in here, black. That's fine. Okay, icon is search because it's a search companies dot and the class name is all worker screens. So let's go back to the bottom navigation bar right in here. Now it's on the 1st index. Okay, this was on the 0th index. Now this one is on the 1st index. So for that, right in the on tap event we will simply say in here else f. Okay, and then we will say index if it's equal to 1, so in that case we will navigate the user to the all worker screens that we just created. So for time saving, just copy that navigator, copy it and write in this in the index 1, paste it, but in here we will change this to the all. So there we go with the suggestion all worker screen. Okay, and all of the thing is just set. Now what we will do, we will simply go toward the search companies dot all worker screen. Right in here in the scaffold we will say bottom navigation bar, bottom navigation, let me just write it first, navigation bar for app. Okay, that one, just don't get confused in that and select that one. So now in there we will say index num and it's on a first index. So there we go. So we have successfully add that right in here in the scaffold. Now before run the app we will also add right in here in the bottom navigation bar the animation duration. Okay, so whenever will we jump from one screen to another, there will be a animation. Okay, so in here we will set the duration first. So in here duration, and it's gonna be milliseconds to 300, as you guys can see right in here. Now below that right in here animation curves, we will go with the, you can choose whatever you want right in here, but I'll go with the bounce in out. Now in here add the const modifier, and we have successfully done with all of the thing. As we added the icon, also we navigate the user to the all worker screen, as you guys can see right in here on the index 1, and right in the search companies we add that. So now what we will do, we will simply press the Ctrl S and you guys will notice that there we go with the search icon. Okay, now we are on the job screen. Okay, and you guys can see the icon right in here. If I click on this search icon, you will notice the animation, and also we will be on the all worker screen as I tell you before. So let's go and click on that. There we go. Now we are on the all worker screen, and you guys also notice the animation. Okay, animation curve bouncing out, and also we set the duration with the millisecond 300, and you guys can notice like that in here as we jump from here to here and here to here, all worker screen in the search one, and also we are on the job screen list one. Okay, as you guys can see right in here. So it's working totally fine. And right on the all worker screen, as we set the decoration as I showed you before. Okay, and you guys know the whole story, and also we add the title. Let me show you that one more time so that you guys just don't get confused in that. Okay, so there we go with the decoration to this area, and also in the scaffold right in the app we add this title all worker screen, and you guys can notice that right in the app bar right in the center, and also we add the decoration for that. Okay, so for now on we will simply close that search companies dot for the all worker screen, close that, and also we will close the job screen dot. Now we are left with the bottom navigation bar dot. So the video is becoming a little lengthy. We will end this video right in here, and we will start working right from the next video in the bottom navigation bar for app. So see ya in the next one.